So hello friends, thank you for tuning in for today's session. That is the SpeedBot Q&A that we do on every Friday. And I'm really excited to share some of the questions that our users have shared with us, and I'll be happy to answer all of them. So in this regards, we'll be learning a lot more things around the trading strategies that we can have. So we received a good round of questions that we can answer. So we'll just wait 2 to 3 minutes more, and then we can start off this Q&A session. Okay, so I believe that we are good to go. So before we start off, you can just give me a heads up that you're able to hear my voice and you're able to see my screen. Okay, I see some of the hands. Okay, perfect. So let us start this session off. So I have a few questions that I have. So over here we have some of the questions from option bot builder segment. So Amit Galani, he asked this question that what type of trading strategies can be created in the option bot builder. Okay, so Amit, to answer your question, let me just go over here. And over here, if you go to the create options bot, and over here, see, on our platform, there are 3 types of strategies that you can create based on your trading profile, what you'd like to do. So you can create intraday based trading strategy in options. You can create the positional basis strategies, or the STVT, that is, you enter into a trade, option trade today and exit it tomorrow, right? So such strategies can be created on option bot builder. Okay, so I see a question from Nishant. So he asks that when will the Sensex and the Bankex will be added in SpeedBot? Okay, so Nishant, to answer your question, we'll be launching the Sensex, and Sensex currently the update that we have is that Sensex option will be launched, I believe, today itself. That's the update that we have gotten. So yeah, from Monday onwards, you'll be able to test out your strategies. But the thing is, there wouldn't be sufficient amount of backtesting data for the Sensex due to the low liquidity and the volatility in the options of Sensex. So yeah, for the Sensex segment, it will be available from next week onwards. So he asks another question that SpeedBot needs to add features of lock and trail. Okay, so like I mentioned in my last Q&A session, so there's this lock profit feature that we'll be launching. Apart from that, the team is doing the development for the lock and trail profit. So it basically means that, let me just show it to you. If I share my screen and add that particular feature, perfect. So over here, let us say this leg is being added. So over here, Nishant, you will be able to see an option wherein apart from these 2, target and stop loss, you'll be able to have the lock and trail feature. That is, if your profit reaches to so and so value in MTM terms, in M2M basis, right? So you'll be able to lock your profit at a particular point in INR terms, right? And then after every increase in the profit, you'll be able to trail the profit from the activation value and lock it likewise. So this is a feature that is currently under development, and soon we'll be launching it. Before that, the lock profit feature will be launched. So I hope it answers your questions. So next up, we have Shiva Reddy. So Shiva Reddy asks that what type of time frame can we create in while selecting the indicator in the options bot builder. Okay, so Shiva has this question that he wants to add a technical indicator and have multiple time frames selected. He wants to have the drop down based on which the conditions will be checked. So Shiva, what you can do over here is that you have added the leg. Once the leg is added, over here I have added the call option by ATM leg over here, and I'll just add the indicator. So over here you are able to see the resolution. So Shiva, if let us say that if you want to have intraday based options trading, Algo, so you can just have the lower amount of time frame being selected, that is 5 minute over here resolution. So it means that whatever conditions that you select, let us say that the moving average condition is selected, right? So all the calculation will be done based on this particular resolution. So that's how you'll be able to create an indicator based bot on different timeframes that you'd like to define. So I hope it answers your question. Next up, we have question from Keyur Solanki. Okay. So Keyur asked that how to create a positional algo in stocks. Okay. So to answer your question, Keyur, what you can do is you can go to our equity bot builder over here. And over here, you can add whatever conditions that you like positional options bot. And let me just add one sample stock, go to continue over here. So mind you that whenever you are creating a positional bot in equities, so usually the exchange won't allow you to have it shorted, right? So you'll have to go for the long side. Long only strategies can be created for positional equity bots. So let us say if I just add the sample conditions, or else I just add whatever conditions that I like over here, click on continue anyway, and over here I'll be able to choose the order type as market, the position value, and the holding type as CNC NRML, right? Once I click onto the continue button over here, I'll be able to see the entry time. So you can have the entry time beyond 3:30, so that will take by default the strategy as a positional algo bot, right? So that's how you will be able to create your positional algo in stocks. Just remember that only long only strategies will work. Okay, so next up we have question from Nikunj Kalani. So Nikunj Kalani says that is it possible to create, okay, so this is another positional question that this time the positional bot has to be created in options instead of equity. So right now, like we saw that the option bot, the bot was created in the equity segment. Let me just go and create the option bot on positional basis. So over here you can just select the positional feature and whatever leg that you'd like to add, right? So it could be option buying, option selling strategy. And over here, you are able to see the positional feature down here that you'll be able to check the positional conditions on weekly or monthly basis, right? You can define the entry time of the bot when you'd like to take the entries. And on the right hand side, you are able to see the days for the entries and the exit. So what exactly does this mean? Let us understand that first. Let us say that we have selected the symbol as Nifty, right? Now, when the entry time is defined as 9:20 and the Nifty symbol is selected, so it basically means that the expiry of Nifty usually happens on a Thursday. Every Thursday, the Nifty options contract expires for the weekly segment, right? Let us say if I want to take the entry on Friday, like today is Friday, so I'll be taking positions for the upcoming Thursday expiry in Nifty, right? So I'll just select the 4 days over here in the entry time. So that basically means that 4 days before my expiry, I'll take the entry position. And likewise for the exit position, that is if I want to exit the trade on the day of expiry on Thursday, then I'll select it as 0 days. So this basically depends on whatever symbol that you have selected. Based on that, all the calculations will be automatically done. So I hope it answers your question, Nikunj. So now next up we have question from Jatin Bhandari. Okay. So Jatin says that I want to select contracts based on premium price. So okay, so I believe he's asking about the option contract selection that he wants to do on the basis of the premium, right? So Jatin, what you can do is over here, as you can see, that I have shorted a call leg on the value of the ATM on the basis of the ATM. So in order to get the value on the basis of the premium or the price of the contract, what you can do is that instead of selecting the ATM point, simply you need to select the price option. Once this is done, then you will be able to see a closest premium field. So this basically is the value, that is the value of the option contract that you need in order to execute a call trade. Let us say if you want to short a call option that is currently being traded at somewhere around 100 rupees premium, then the algo will select that contract and they will execute it right away. Can you please explain me the re-execution and re-entry features? I am a bit confused. Okay, so this is asked by Jay Patil. So Jay Patil has the confusion in the re-entry and re-execution features. So let us make him understand what exactly is that. Okay, so firstly, there are two types of re-entry or re-executions that you can do in the option bot builder. First up is on the leg level basis. That is this individual leg I've selected, that is shorting the call option, right? So over here I'm able to see the re-entry re-execution feature on leg level basis. And over here, if I see the drop down, then all the features of re-entry and re-execution are there. And next up is the set level re-execution. So set level also you'll be able to see, that is the combination of all the legs in a particular set that can be re-executed. So on the set level, we have two types of re-execution. That is on immediate basis, I'll be able to check, or let us say if I want to have a certain seconds of delay, right? Let us say if I want to have a delay of 300 seconds, right? So I'll be able to check that. Apart from that, let me just give you an overview, Jay, that see the difference between re-entry and re-execution. Let us understand that first. Let us say that you have selected this call option, shorted it, and once the stop loss is hit, right? Let us take an example that 50% was the stop loss, 50 points stop loss, right? And this stop loss was hit, and we want to enter again at the entry price that was initially taken at somewhere around 920, right? So this will take the re-entry in the same contract that was executed earlier with the same entry price. So that's the re-entry I'm talking about. You'll be entering into the same trade, into the same position again. Wherein when I talk about the re-execution, it basically means that whenever our first entry is done and our stop loss gets hit, then after that we'll be able to re-enter again, but not in the earlier contract that we used to. Rather than we'll be entering into a fresh position, shorting a fresh call contract based on the current ATM. That is whatever the LTP right now is going on in the market, right? So this was about it for the re-entry and re-execution. Now you'll be able to see the different types of re-entry and re-execution, that is based on the cost to cost. Whatever entry price that was entered earlier, you will be able to get that. If you want to have the immediate LTP entry, then you can select the immediate. Apart from that, momentum, if you want to wait for certain percentage or points movement in the option contract or in the underlying, then you can select the momentum feature. Apart from that, the cost to cost underlying. So that is if you want to have the cost to cost, that is whatever the price of the Nifty symbol was at the time of our first entry at 920, the same will wait for the same nifty symbol contract, nifty symbol price to come at that level, and then the execution will be done. So that is also possible. And also, like I highlighted, the delay feature that is based in seconds that you'd like to mention, so you can have that as well. Okay, so next question we have from Gopal Yadav. So Mr. Yadav asks that, do you have a refer and earn program? Okay, so just to answer your question, we do have a refer and earn program. So that basically is help users to understand SpeedBot, right? If you are helping your friends, families, or your clients to make them understand how algo trading works at SpeedBot. So yeah, we share a certain revenue and we do not mind sharing some sort of a commission. So in order to get that, let me just guide you through. What you'll need to do, you can go to the menu section over here. You can just click over here, the refer and earn. So as you can see that for 100 credits your friends and family buy or your clients buy, right, you'll get 25 credits each, and those credits will be populated over here automatically once they either purchase a plan or add some sort of wallet money in their account. So yeah, you'll get around 25% of overall subscription that they have bought. And this is basically an easy withdrawal that you'll be able to do, right? So right from day one, you can have the revenue generation from your end. So I hope it answers your question. So next up, we have question from Mr. Wasim. So Mr. Wasim asks that, I have a trading strategy, but I'm not able to develop it in your option bot builder. Can you please help? Okay, so let us say that if you are unable to find tools to understand or create strategy in our option bot builder, what you can do is, Wasim, you can just go to bots over here, create option bot. So here we have kept some of the guides, the help guides that you can use, right? So over here, if you just look at this note and refer to this keywords, what exactly does the option leg or the square of leg mean, right? You can also have the I button. You can go over here and understand what all things that you can add, right? You can click over here and it will redirect you to another page. Let me just go over here and share this. Okay, so if you are able to see my screen, so this is basically the help guide wherein you'll get all the things that you need in order to create your strategy, right? So we have also got the examples as well. What exactly does this mean? So you can have this help guide page that you can use for your reference. Apart from that, if you think that you're still stuck while developing a strategy, then what you can do is, over here there is a button, develop with experts. So you can just click over here and you can just mention the details that I want to create moving average strategy, right? And you can just mention your details, your email or mobile number. Let us say if you wish to have some files uploaded as well for the experts reference, so you can just share the file over here and they will be able to connect with you. And once you click on the submit button over here, it will get populated as a new ticket with the number, right? So that's how the team will be able to track your tickets, your queries, and they'll be able to resolve it as soon as possible. Okay, so next question we have from Darshan Patel. So Darshan Patel asks that, does SpeedBot offer paper trading for practice? So yes, Darshan, SpeedBot does offer paper trading. So over here, as you can see, that you can segregate your algos in two types. That is, you can have your algos in live as well as in paper. So paper trading can be done. So without any sort of real money, you will be able to have the paper trading over here. So as you can see, this is a paper trading bot that I have deployed. You'll be able to see the positions, right, based on your entries and the exits, the targets and the stop losses. You'll be able to replicate what all things that you would have done if you had made this algo live in your broker account. So all these things you'll be able to do it. So how you can do that, let me just go with that as well. Over here, let us say that if I wish to deploy this particular bot, what I'll do is I'll click on the paper and this will get deployed and I'll be able to see it over here in my paper account. So this is something that is possible and SpeedBot supports. Okay, so next up we have question from Vishwas Sharma. So Vishwas Sharma asks that how can I monitor the performance of my trading strategies in real time on SpeedBot? Okay, so Vishwas has this question that how can he assess the performance of his strategies on real time basis? So Vishwas, to answer your question, as you can see over here, currently I've deployed this bot in paper trading. Over here, I'm able to see a snapshot of how this bot has performed in the live markets. That is, I'm able to see the initial capital, the total profit and loss, the charges. These are the estimated charges, the brokerage and other taxes. Then the net profit, that is the cumulative profit, the running capital, that is including this initial capital, today's change. So all in all, it gives me a snapshot. So right now, as the markets are closed, this won't change because all the positions are closed as of now, right? Let us assume that if it were running during the live markets, then this would have been tracked easily. So over here, as you can see, the position book is there. Whatever position, the entry price and exit price, entry time, exit time, right? So all these things I'll be able to see. Apart from that, let me show you one more thing. You'll be able to see the detailed live reporting of your strategy, of your algo over here, the annual return, the maximum drawdown and other stuff, the P&L summary. So I've deployed this bot since the start of this month. And as you can see, these are the trades, number of trades that the bot has taken, the charges, if I include the charges. So these are the fees. Perfect. So that's how you can have the performance tracked on real-time basis on SpeedBot. Okay, so I believe that we'll take maybe one or two questions more and then we'll wrap up this session. Okay, so next up we have a question from Chirag Shah. So Chirag asks that I'm a beginner. I do not have a trading strategy. Do you provide any ready-made strategy? Okay, so Chirag, let me just tell you this one thing, that we basically interact with a lot of traders, lot of beginners, professionals on daily basis who are involved in the financial markets. And the thing is that the beginners want a ready-made strategy, right? So we do not provide the ready-made strategy, but let us say if you want to experience an algo, how an algo works, how does it take a trade, how are the entries or the exits done. So what you can do is we have launched our templates over here. So these are the strategy bot templates that you can have it looked. Over here, the users who have used the templates, based on that, you can just clone the bot template. And you can just check the conditions over here. So all the conditions are open. They are openly disclosed and you'll be able to see in which market condition can you create this particular bot, right? So if you are an intermediate or amateur trader, right? So based on your analysis, you can have the bots being checked and you will be able to tweak the parameters after going through the documentation. Let us say if I want to build this particular bot, right, or maybe some other bot. Let us take an example of this bot, right? So I'm able to see that this bot is shorting ATM call option with specified targets and profits. So it enters at 10:15. So let me just build this bot. Once this is done, then I'll be able to tweak the target and the stop loss as per my analysis and my understanding, right? So that's how I'll be able to assess my performance as a beginner in algos. What are things that I need to change, right? So we recommend you to go through the templates, and based on your trading profile, you can just have the bots, built in your account. Okay, so let's take one more question. So maybe this is the last question that we'll take for this session, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay. Okay, so we have question from Salim Mansoori, that are there any limitations on the number of strategies I can deploy on SpeedBot? Are there any limitations on the number of strategies that is the bots that one can deploy on SpeedBot? Okay, so answer your question over here, Salim. If you are able to see that the all bot section over here, I have the range of bots that I have developed, right? So let us say if I want to go live with this, let me just see, maybe in some other account, bots over here. Yeah, over here, as you can see that I have the bot. Let us take an example of this bot. I want to deploy it, right? I've deployed it in paper trading, right? Same ways I want to deploy this particular bot. Instead of that, let me just keep it in paper. Again, I'll deploy it. And one more bot. Okay, so I've deployed 3 particular bots. So this is basically an equity bot. This is the options bot and options bot. Okay, so over here, as you can see that I've deployed a basket of bots, right? So whenever the markets open, so the conditions that I've defined for each and every bot, based on that, the entries will be taken and I'll be able to see a cumulative M2M for this, right? So that's how it is possible on SpeedBot to have multiple bots deployed in the single account. It is possible, right? All right then. So I believe that we have answered a good amount of questions in today's Q&A session that we had. And for those, first of all, thank you for those of you who have joined in. And we are very grateful. And next week we'll come along with a new set of questions and we'll be happy to answer them. Till then, we'll be launching some of the features as well in this week, and for the next time we'll be having certain tutorials around trading view as well. So this is the latest feature that we have launched recently, right? So you can have a look at the trading view features as well. So we'll be taking some of the questions around that segment as well, if somebody of the users who are using the trading view for signal generation. So we'll be discussing a lot more around trading view algos, right? So thank you for those of you who have joined in, and I hope to see you in the next session. Thank you. Have a great day.